Hey guys, welcome back to the Code Bakery. In this video, we're going to make a simple project to really help understand how and why we use the knowledge that we learned in the previous videos, such as classes, arrays, and loops. The project that we're going to be making today is a wardrobe selector. So the purpose of this will be for the Java program to output all the different possible clothing combinations that we can have. So for example, let's say that we have a red shirt, and two different types of jeans. One that's like that, and one that's a little bit more tight fitting. So what the Java program should output when we run the program is red shirt and jean type 1, and then after that, red shirt and jean type 2. So knowing what our project is going to do, let's get into coding. So to start, I have this blank Java file. I'm going to write an import statement, import java.detail.asterisk. And basically that line of code just adds extra functionality to our Java file. Now I'm going to write my class, public class.ws. WS stands for wardrobe selector. So having written our class, let's start to think about what private variables we might want in this class. If we think back to the purpose of this wardrobe selector, it's to print out all the different combinations of clothing that we could have. So to do that, the wardrobe selector class needs to know the different types of shirts that we have, the different types of pants that we have, and the different types of shoes that we have. So a great way to store that data would be to use an array list. Private array list string shirts. An array list is basically an array, but better. It allows us to easily add and remove items to and from this array list. And we're storing strings because they're easy. They're an easy way to name all the different clothing articles that we have. So I can just copy this and paste it for each of the different types of clothes that I want to store inside of this wardrobe selector. So for example, pants and shoes. Now I'll write my constructor for this public class WS. Public WS. And inside of this constructor, I'll just instantiate all of the private variables that I listed here. Shirts is equal to new array list string. And pants is equal to new array list string. And finally, shoes is equal to new array list string. So currently, inside of our array list, we have no articles of clothing inside. So we need a way to add and remove articles of clothing from this array list. So we're going to write 6 more methods. Public void. We have this void keyword here because we're not returning anything. Add shirt. String adding. And the method to add items into the array list looks like this. Shirts.add adding. And we can copy this and paste it for each of the other array lists that we have. So pants, adding, add shoes, and we can write here shoes.adding. Now let's write our remove methods. Public void again, remove shirts. String removing. And I didn't mention this before, but adding is basically just going to be the name of the shirt that you're going to add. And removing is basically going to be the name of the shirt that you want to remove, or pants or shoes. So here we can write shirts.remove, removing. And just like before, we can paste this again for each of the other array lists that we have. So remove pants, pants.remove, removing. Remove shoes, shoes.remove, removing. And so this is basically the basis of our project. In the next video, we're going to be covering how to actually print out all the different combinations of clothing that we could have. So we're going to be filling this method out, public void combos. I encourage you guys to try and figure out how we're actually going to be implementing this method. A hint, if you guys haven't thought of this already, would be to look up for loops. So stay tuned for part 2 of this project, and I hope to see you guys then.